Hey everybody! We all know how important a good composition is to any painting. Today I'm going to show you a method that you can use to work out your ideas ahead of time. That way, when you're ready to get started, you'll know exactly where to begin. It's always a good idea to plan out your composition ahead of time. One of the ways that you can do that is by using small thumbnail sketches. You can do these on a sketch pad or even just on a piece of paper. They're really quick, they're just for your use only, so you don't have to be really careful about the way that you draw them. I like to give myself a choice of different formats and then pick one based on what my subject matter is. For example, if I have something that's tall, let's say like a wine bottle, I'm probably going to want to use a vertical format. And if the wine bottle is really something that interests me in terms of what I'm going to be painting, I'll place that first in the size that I want it and in the position that I want it. Next, I'll take the other objects, whatever they happen to be, let's say in this case it's maybe a piece or two of some fruit, and I'll put those down on my paper proportionally to the object that I've placed first. The first object that you place is the one that you use to benchmark the placement and the size of your other objects. Last of all, I'll throw in some shadows in order to join things up and make my composition a little bit more fluid. I'm probably going to have a little bit of a backdrop of some fabric behind, and that as well will help to make things flow. Let's say that I wanted to do this in a square format with a focus on some of the other objects. Maybe the pear is going to be my focal point. I'm going to place that pear first, again thinking of it as going in the size and the location that I want it. Once I have that placed, I can decide what else I want to have in that composition. So maybe in this case, I still want to have that wine bottle because I like the fact that it's nice and vertical and it's going to give me some height next to this pear, but I have to realize I'm not going to be able to fit the whole thing in. And that's perfectly okay. I can still use it as a nice vertical element to balance all of the roundness of that pear. Last of all, I'm probably going to want to have something in the background to fill up this space and just create a little bit more balance. So let's go with a plein in this one, and we can have that also run off the side of the page and then come right back in and connect us up. This makes a great circular composition that keeps your eye moving around and keeps your viewer engaged with your painting. Let's try a horizontal. Okay, let's say that we have that wine bottle again, but this time we're going to turn it on its side and place it on the table so that it just sits there and gives us something to create a nice diagonal with. Okay, we're going to throw some shadow underneath it to ground it, and then perhaps we can add a second bottle that's behind it to create a nice vertical and an L shape that will help to balance the diagonal that we have here. Last of all, we're going to want to have something that's got a slightly different shape because variation is always key to an interesting composition. So we'll add that piece of fruit right over here and we'll have a nice contemporary looking still life that's going to give us nice flow, nice movement right through. Last of all, let's go in with some of that backdrop again to just connect things up at the top and leave a nice quiet sort of resting area for the eye up in the top with a little bit of interest from the wrinkles and the folds in the fabric. Well, there you have it. Now we've got some great ideas to choose from before we start our next painting. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.